we get to speak to Mahdi Jibril. He is a deputy director of the elections for the NDC. Mahdi has also joined us on the phone. Mahdi, good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
And thank you so much for joining us. Mahdi, if I may start this conversation from what happened on December 7th, even before we get to what happened in Parliament yesterday. Any particular reason why the results of 281 was truncated with only a little over 200 in the declaration of the results by the 8th of December? Are you aware?
Let me say good morning to your listeners and say good morning to Labaran. December 7th. You know, Ablekuma North has 280 polling stations.
281?
No, plus the special voting.
Okay, so that makes it 281.
281. Now, after collation, when they went to the process of collation, they were able to collate one station. Now, which left with 116 polling stations. At that point, the Electoral Commission declared that they don't have the pink sheet for all these remaining polling stations.
What was the reason they gave to you that they don't have all?
The reason is public knowledge that there was a violence at that area, so materials of the election were destroyed. That is a security issue. Let's put that one aside. And the Electoral Commission, based on the process, the electoral process, says they don't have the pink sheet for the 165. However, this is how election runs. If the two parties come to an agreement on a document that was given, if they agree, that document can be added to use. So on the 9th of December, the NDC provided 54 of pink sheets for Ablekuma North. The NPP accepted it and it was added. But at that point, the NPP said they don't have pink sheets. So they accepted that 54, which gave you 219. And then there was some declaration there. Then the NPP went to court and said that they will not accept. So when the court asked that they should come and complete, then now NPP now brought 25 pink sheets. Okay? So when the balance is 62, it's not 62. The NPP on 23rd December brought 25 half copy pink sheets. So that also was accepted and added to it. Now it's left with 37 polling stations. These 37 polling stations, the NPP then now raised their hands that they don't have a pink sheet. The AC doesn't have a pink sheet. Then now also the Electoral Commission also that so all the parties don't have a pink sheet. This results in the situation when Electoral Commission then realized that because there's no 37 polling station pink sheet, so now the EC chairperson calls for the result, calls for the process to come to IPAC. Okay, so the 37. So they invited us at IPAC on the 37 polling station that the EC doesn't have pink sheet, so that we will find a way, a solution to it. Our position then was that once you don't have a pink sheet, and we don't have a pink sheet, NPP doesn't have pink sheet, the only thing you can do is to rerun the election. We can assume results. Then the NPP then said, oh, we have a scanned document of the 37. So now eyebrows start raising. Say, if you have 37 polling station pink sheet scanned documents, meaning that you have an original document because you scanned this document in your office. So if you can provide a hard copy, you have already started. Then we could have completed the process without even prolonging this issue. The NPP, realizing the question we are asking about the scanned document, which is around January, now run to court again for the second time. Now this time around, it is not about the declaration. It's about now a McDermott's now to force the Electoral Commission to complete the process. You know, when you go to court on this process, you don't deal with the issues. What they went to say, okay, Electoral Commission is holding the result. They should go and complete it. The judge doesn't know what happened. So they just say, okay, go and complete the result, get the security. Then the NPP now, you see who's supposed to follow the process. Then now come back to accept the NPP scan documents now to add up to the process. Now, even with that, there was a challenge. The party fought it. That is where you saw the regional, when the regional organizer was there, because we realized that we were there when we saw, in the television that EC is completing the process with only NPP scan documents. And that cannot allow. So that is why you had that challenges on the TVs when this thing happened. So they did this even legality with using only scanned document up to 34. When they brought in people, they brought presiding officers. After that, now remaining 3, where 3 of the presiding officers say they cannot certify those documents as the document that they work on. Even with that scanned document, this is the issue. Apart from that, there were other areas who said that my pink sheet, the election we held in my polling station, there was no overvoting, but I saw on a 3-scan document overvoting. And so I cannot confirm, but EC included that one. They said since the man has come there, they will add it to it. So the 3, we met at IPAC again. The Election Commission want to place them, said, oh, they are almost complete Ablekuma issue. So we raised the issue that no, we didn't complete because the 37 is still outstanding. So we met over the 37. The Electoral Commission decided not to respond to us. As I speak to you, last week on the 12th, the EC called us again to deliberate on these 37 polling station issues. When they said, oh, there's 3. So we now explained to them again to say that the reason why even we are not accepting the scan document is this. Now, 1, the polling station that NPP claimed, EC claimed that their pink sheet was destroyed. During the confirmation of the scan document, which was in January, presiding officers who claimed that they brought their pink sheet to the center, which was destroyed, now brought a pink sheet to the Electoral Commission that they should use that to compare scan documents. So we asked Banobio, and they mentioned that during the election, do you issue pink sheet to presiding officer to take it home? They say no. So if your presiding officer comes out to say, I have a pink sheet in my house, what is it? It's illegal. So why do you accept illegal documents from your presiding officer to compare with a scan document and accept it to include it in the collation of results? This, they told us that they will come back to us. That's on the 12th. So we are still waiting for them on the 12th issue. Then you hear Bosman going to Spring Parliament yesterday to say we've agreed. We have only left 3 polling stations. My question and our question that we ask is, will the Mensa or any political party accept in any elections where presidential elections there's no pink sheet? EC has no pink sheet. A political party has no pink. Only one party that is at a scan document. Will they accept it to include in scan in completing results? They will say no.
Okay, you can't answer for them. You can't ask them a question and answer for them.
No, I'm saying it is no, because there's no legal backing to it. All right. So once there's no legal backing to it, and when you come to parliamentary, presidential, assembly election, they are all general elections, and they have only one law to govern that elections. If you not accept it for presidential because it's a high level stake, why do you accept it parliamentary?
Madi, can I ask you a technical question? On the day of election, we noticed that the 2 major political parties, both of you had set up some very fine, smart brains and centers where you calculated the results. By whatever time, the NPP say that by 9 thereabout, they had been able to calculate and realize that they had won the election by 414 votes.
Okay.
At some point in the day of the election, did you also have results from all your officers at the various polling stations, and what results had they sent to you?
We have won the election by 700 votes. Now, but
you are calculated and you are won by 700.
Yes. Now, are you aware that?
No, I just want to get that. You said you calculated and you won by 700.
Let me make things clear. Are you aware that my result, NPP result, doesn't matter when EC doesn't declare results? I do. So it is not about the what you mentioned. If it's about what we mentioned as we won elections, then the EC declare result it doesn't matter. You see, NPP is treading on an area that, because of Ablekuma, they are ignoring major issues, major electoral process, just because they want Ablekuma to add to make it 199. But forgetting that we have election to run in 2028. If somebody provides scan document in the future, when they don't have it, will they accept it? A law, they will say no. You understand? You see, let me say this. The NPP did something in Yendi during their primaries, and it affected them. Now, what happened was that when the election went on, when they were sorting and counting the ballots, somebody came to destroy the material. Instead for the NPP to sit back and say, let's rerun the area, the polling station, the elections again, to get a rightful candidate, the NPP decided to ignore process and allow somebody to go through and say, we have won because we want you to win. Because looking at it, we know that you will win the election. Ask the NPP in their report. Didn't they include as the report that decision affected their elections in Wendy?
Okay, we haven't seen the report. I wouldn't want to go on that tangent. At this point, Dr. Bosman Asare has spoken. He was in Parliament yesterday, and all he's saying at this point is that when he gets the security that he wants, he will be able to finalize the process. Are you okay with the responses he gave in Parliament yesterday?
I dare him to try to say he's going to declare any result with any kind document. I dare him. Perhaps maybe...
What would you do?
I'm dare him. I told them the last time when I met at the meeting. Do you even need security of that magnitude if you have a document to declare results? Do you need it?
Because both of you are making it impossible for him to declare the results, or for the NDC to declare the results. That's what he says.
The CI that my brother quoted, the CI talked about the two parties must agree. Since one of the parties doesn't agree, the EC must follow the process. The EC will not follow one thing. The EC must follow the process. The process is that we are not agreeing on the document that MPP is bringing. So once you are not agreeing, EC, you don't have the document. What do? You rerun the election. But EC said, okay, I will not rerun. I will want to depend on the MPP scan documents. Did the MPP conduct elections for our 2024 in Ablekuma?
EC did.
EC did. And EC doesn't have the scan document. And you are saying that you are going to rely on the MPP scan document to declare results. We need security to aid you to do illegality. Why will the police aid you to do illegality?
Dr. Bosman Asare says a rerun is a last resort. So obviously that is not part of their plans now.
I'm happy of this word. When is the date for last resort? If you don't have a pin sheet, this is a challenge that we are coming. When are they projecting the last resort? You see, when somebody speaks, you should know that people listen. You see, when we keep telling them that the last resort in when there's dispute at the polling station, a collation center, when there's no pin sheet, the last resort is to compel the people to go back to vote again. That's the last resort. At this point that we are being back and forth 6 months, we are getting to we are even past the last resort. So when is he wanted to get to last resort? He should give us the process that you go through to get to last resort. If he's able to give us that process, and let's see whether we didn't follow those process up to where he said we are not getting to, and which level of the last point where to go we get to last resort. Osman is now becoming a dangerous to our democracy.
Okay, it looks like both of you do not appear to agree on whatever the EC has put out. At this point, if you ever called into any meeting, what would be the way forward? Because we can't have this rambling go on and on and on and on.
Oh, is it the way forward? We have told them that rerun. It doesn't mean that the NDC will win. Because the NPP,
the organizer of the election is not willing to do a rerun. He has said it yesterday.
No, I'm saying that. And then if you're not willing, you want to rely on a document that you don't owe. You, who conducted the election, you don't have a document. You say, I will depend on somebody's document to declare results. That I am okay with it. But I'm not okay to follow my process that I have in my CI. I'm not ready to do that one. Are you sure the people that are talking like this are normal?
Are you questioning the authenticity of what the NPP is presenting?
No, you don't. There's no way you use second document in our law.
Madi, you've not responded.